Remember I was saying about the Beatles were very sensitive and aware of the black movement, Eldridge Cleaver, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, later on Coretta Scott King, all the great leaders. Paul McCartney had a very interesting observation. And this is in an interview I read that he had given. A lot of the press and a lot of the whole high-profile issues that were going on were Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, et cetera, et cetera. There were very few black women mentioned, even though they played an incredibly important role, of course, in many things in the 60s during what I call the switchover. I guess it's still going on. And he was so moved that he wrote this song. And I got to tell you, I played this song for a long, long time. I never thought about what it was about because it's like a pretty song. And so when I read this interview, he said that he wrote Blackbird as an inspirational song to black women in America. Spread your wings and learn to fly. All your life you've been waiting for this moment to arise. It's just, oops, excuse me, it makes your heart pound, right? So the other part of this, he recorded this alone, incidentally. There was nobody else involved. And John Lennon was in the next studio over assembling Revolution number 9. 9, 9, 9. Great lyrics, right? So my facetiousness sometimes overcomes me. I'm so sorry. So I was in New York when this song came out, of course, and not of course, but I was. And I was working for a guy who was a good friend of mine. He actually introduced me to the recording business and how to hire musicians and orchestras and how to get scores copied and all this fancy-nancy stuff. His name was Tom Dawes, and we were good friends for a long time. He unfortunately died a few years ago, younger than me. And he was in a group called The Circle. This is really funny. Boy, now rack your brains for this one. He was in a group called The Circle, which had 3 hits. This Circle had Red Rubber Ball, The Summer Sun is Shining Like a Red Rubber Ball. And I used to make fun of that. And Wish You Could Be Here and Look Through Any Window. Wish You Could Be Here was a great song. I love it. Anyway, Tommy played bass and he was the lead singer in The Circle. When I was working for him, he was doing commercials in New York, and we did Pan American, and we're American Airlines doing we do that. Oh, we did all that stuff, right? He used to hire people who were sort of not real big and famous yet, but were kind of famous, and there was a guy named Kenny Rankin. I don't know if anybody, you know him?
Yeah.
Okay, so Kenny was in the room. Me, Tommy, and this is like another joke. So there were 3 guys in the room who didn't know what they were doing. Kenny and Tommy and Jimmy, right? It's nice to live this long. You can look back on stuff and laugh. So Kenny was enamored. He was head over heels with Bossa Nova. He just loved the album. Yeah. Just did that to show up to let you know I do more stuff. In case you have a wedding and want a Bossa Nova player. Like that's going to happen. So Kenny had put all these great Bossa Nova chords to Blackbird. Did a song, who would have thought? And he taught it to me. And I didn't play Blackbird for 30 years, right, because I was doing something else. And so when I play this now, I think of Paul McCartney and the Black Liberation movement in America in the 60s, and also of Kenny. And Kenny also passed away, and this a couple of years ago. So I always think of him when I do this. So here we go.